Welcome to Civic Warriors, brought to you by Witham. On this podcast, we bring the conversation to you, sharing engaging stories that motivate and build consensus in the nonprofit community. This podcast is about the innovators, the leaders on the front lines of adversity, guiding lights in the nonprofit industry affecting change. And through their stories, we can all join forces to become Civic Warriors. Hey Warriors, welcome to today's episode of Civic Warriors, brought to you by Witham. I'm your host, Brad Caruso, leader of Witham's not-for-profit practice. Our guest today is Tom Tice, Chief Executive Officer of Warrior Strong. Warrior Strong helps veterans, veteran family members, and first responders find community and camaraderie through health and wellness so they can overcome the sense of detachment, disconnection, and isolation they often experience in civilian life. Warrior Strong serves veterans, veteran family members, active duty military members, and first responders, and they offer many programs to those seeking a community, exercise, mental health relief, and adaptive fitness and sports. Warrior Strong has 2 physical locations in Scranton, Pennsylvania, Morris County, New Jersey, and they also offer some virtual programming for members wherever they live or serve. You know, me and Tom initially met through a connection in our veterans resource group here at Witham, and was really happy to hear the Warrior Strong story and hear more about how the organization operates, how they help. I'm really happy to share that with you. So with that, Tom, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to share, our organization and mission and how we help veterans and active duty military and veteran family members and first responders get back into health and wellness and achieve their whole life goals.
Yeah. And I think we all can agree and we all experience, physical fitness helps mental fitness. And, all of us in the veteran and first responder community, I'm in the first responder community, and certainly I've found that, it is definitely a road to healing as well as a road to a better life and a more focused life. So, what you're doing in your mission is certainly driving towards that and helping many. And, everyone here, I'm sure, is going to be happy to hear how you're doing that. And those that are veterans out there, those that are first responders out there, Tom's going to share a little more about how you can, if you want to get involved, how you can get involved with his organization. So it's going to be great. How did you arrive at Warrior Strong? How did this idea, generate and how'd you get going?
Yeah. So, I was working at Picatinny Arsenal, small military base in New Jersey, and started to work with men and women in uniform, veterans. I'm not a veteran myself, so it was a big learning experience for me. And, I really saw how men and women, go about their business on active duty side, and then in veterans, how they live their life post-service and what obstacles are in front of them when they transition out of the military and their service. And was able to get firsthand experience working with these great men and women that serve our country. And I wanted to give back, and I wanted to see, how I could get involved on the civilian side, outside of the military base, and how I can support and help these men and women not only heal, but continue to serve and be part of something bigger than themselves after service. And, I found myself, in the health and wellness field and working at MWR with their gym and outdoor recreation programs. And I realized some of these resources that I'm doing on base aren't available off base. And that's kind of how I came about this organization, Warrior Strong. And the veterans that I was working with at the time were a few Marine Corps veterans. And I was approached them like, hey, I got this great idea. It's something you guys would want to get involved in and help support and grow. And, back in 2017, we launched this thing, and I never would have thought, that I would be doing this full time, grassroots, no seed funding. And here we are helping veterans and first responders and veteran family members almost every single day, all across the world. Plenty of different time zones that we're serving. It's truly unbelievable looking back on the business model and the plan that we started with to the things that we're doing today. So that's kind of how I came about doing all this, and seeing how important mental health and physical health is to the human body and each and every individual. And I wanted to get that out there specifically to the veteran and first responder community, and to show them just because one career comes to an end doesn't mean your journey comes to an end, and those things that you had in service shall continue outside of service, like physical fitness and mental well-being and community and camaraderie. So that's kind of the reason, behind what we're doing and why we're doing it at Warrior Strong.
Yeah, I love that. And, sometimes the simplest solutions are the best ones when it, just saying, hey, this existed here, but it doesn't exist here. there's a need, there's a void, and I can help fill that. And I have a desire to do that. That's what makes good ideas great. And it doesn't, have to be this crazy idea of we're going to do all that. It's very, very straightforward. And that's probably why it works. And, you saw the exact thing that I think a lot of us cling to, which is we like the community, we like the camaraderie, we like people around. And let's be honest. I know, me personally, like I always like being stronger, and it's always everything's a competition. Especially in the military, everything's a competition. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I think to just complete things together as a sense of community feels so much better than doing it alone. And to share those experiences and those accomplishments together, like you did in service. Same thing goes with our programs and what we do. No one does anything alone. Everyone completes and goes through our program together. And it's just motivating and inspiring seeing veterans and first responders and their families come together to achieve the ultimate goal of a healthy well-being together.
Awesome. Yeah, and expand a little bit on some of the programs you have. I know there are a couple different things that you're doing, all interrelated to a degree, but can you give a little more background on some of the programs you offer?
Definitely. So everything we do is offered in person and online, which gives us the capability to reach our members from all across the country and world. We actually do service veterans in the Philippines and Panama and obviously the United States. But we offer yoga, meditation, breath work, social networking hikes, stretch programs, fitness certification programs, a wellness retreat, and then that just sense of community camaraderie you get with all those programs. But everything we do is free. Veteran, their family members, first responders never spent $1 to be part of what we do, to just join the community. There's no member fee. There's no cost to them. Donate yoga mats. So if you're a veteran who's never done yoga before and you're scared to do it because it's something that you normally don't do, you're not going to have the equipment. And we have the equipment. We have the yoga blocks. We have the bolsters. We have the yoga mats. And we encourage you to join us. And we have a combat veteran who teaches our yoga classes. We have a spouse of a veteran teaching our classes. So we have members who are instructing and leading these classes that are also in some of these individual shoes and know kind of the experience that they're going through to get to this point of healing. And within our programs, there's different impact and different things that happen in each of our programs. And, that's the great part about it is you never know, like, oh, you do yoga. It's just not yoga, meditation, breath work. There's so much more that goes into what we do and how we help people. And I think, when people experience our programs and they get involved and they take our classes or our certification program or join us on a hike, they see the benefits, they feel the benefits, but the unique part about it is the benefits are different to each individual. Like you might be someone who's trying to get back on track and start working out again. You might be someone who is looking for that sense of community to have that conversation about service, again, with like-minded individuals. You might be that member who may not be able to afford a yoga membership. So they're taking advantage of our free services, which they deserve and they earned of taking yoga classes with us. So you're talking about not only the same program, but different kind of impact at each level, which is unique. We don't say we serve veterans or first responders with PTSD. We don't like putting labels on things. You come to our programs, you feel the impact however you would like. These are the benefits. These are things that you're going to get out of it. You may feel all of them. You may feel one of them. Yoga may not be for you. You might love the breath work, the meditation, the stretch class, the hiking, but there's definitely something in our programs that, individuals will definitely feel some sort of impact from, and they'll find their way to get to that.
Yeah, and do you find that, someone may sign up in one area or try, one particular program and then they realize like, hey, maybe this other one's, like I think about yoga, right? Like maybe, as you said, like maybe that's not the first thing I'm going towards. But at the end of the day, then you're like, then you're with, a group of people and they're like, man, how much more flexible I am now that I did that. This feels great. And this other part of my life is great. Like now I'm going to, do you find that with some of the folks that are in?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, for example, breath work and meditation if you've never done it before and you're not kind of in the community of like this free spirit kind of thing, it's definitely new, right? And some people come to yoga and they're like, they love the last 10, 15 minutes of class because the meditation part and how it makes them feel leaving that studio or after a class. And it encourages them to go, hey, you know what? I'm going to take these meditation classes now, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night with Warrior Strong, because it's really what I love to do besides the yoga, but just a half hour of this in the comfort of my own home, in my bed, on my floor, with my dog, meditating, breath work, breathing, and using these coping mechanism. If you're struggling with sleep apnea or have high anxiety or stressful environment, but you can take these breathwork techniques and meditation techniques and put them to work in your daily life and use them for your advantage. And that's what we always say in our programs, our classes. If you think these programs can benefit you outside of our classroom, please use it. We're giving you tools to be successful outside of this session. And like I said, each individual is different. The benefits are different, but yes, we do have members who come in for one specific class or one specific program, then branch out into other programs because they see the benefits and they want to get more involved.
Love it. Yeah, on that topic too, just to provide a little more, frame of reference for those listening, if you're interested in the programs or you want, do you have any personal stories you could share? Any individuals you've helped that you feel comfortable sharing, kind of what their journey looked like on that road to help? Because sometimes that also puts a little frame of reference to going from, hey, here's how I started to here's where I am now, and that's here's how I pick up the phone and do that. It's helpful sometimes.
Definitely. I mean, we had, if we're going from the very beginning, about 6-7 years ago. We had an Army combat veteran who just never did yoga before, was looking to loved health and wellness, loved fitness, never did yoga before. Was like, you know what? This new organization in town, Warrior Strong, I'm going to check them out. I'm going to do this. I never did yoga before. Came with his spouse, his 3 kids, because we're a family-oriented organization. We don't want to have a reason why an individual can't participate in our program. So brought the family, loved it, took one class with Warrior Strong, probably was a member for about 6-7 months. And then after that, decided on his own to get his yoga certification so he can teach other veterans yoga, which is remarkable, right? Went on his own money. We didn't even have our fitness certification program up yet. Spent his own money, got his certification in New York, was going every other weekend or every weekend. And he made it happen. And now he is our full-time, yoga instructor teaching majority of our yoga classes. So that's a great story because, you put that veteran into leadership role again inside a yoga class or studio, and you're leading a group of veterans and first responders and their families essentially in PT, but on the civilian side after service, and you're feeling that sense of community again. So that's one great story. Our fitness certification, we've been able to help that about 16 to 17 servicemen and women since we launched it back in September of 2022. So it really hasn't been that long that we've had this program going. And we've been able to help, men and women get into the certifications that are just, inspiring to them to learn about health and fitness and personal training, yoga, meditation, whatever it may be, nutrition, and then empower them to get a certification and believe in them that they're going to get it done, and then have them come back into our organization or help them find a full-time job or part-time job, supplement their income, and then get them to a place of success within our organization or outside in other organizations. So those are some cool stories that we have, empowering the community through these fitness certifications. Just veterans, a couple months ago, we had a new veteran join our organization and had no idea that he served with our yoga instructor in Iraq, between 2003 and 2005. They actually were detached to the same unit, and they had no idea. And, one day they're just reminiscing and talking about their service. And they're like, wait a second, you were here, I was there. They're pulling up pictures and they're like, yeah, there I am, there you are. And
you're in the back of the picture.
yeah. It was really remarkable. So that's that sense of community that you get and camaraderie. And it's really a small world that you live in. So yeah, we've had some great testimonials, some great people come through our organization, and when you join our organization, you're a lifetime member. And if you're someone that is in a wheelchair or have prosthetic arm or leg, it doesn't mean you can't participate in anything that we do. There's an option for you everywhere in our organization. We have a adaptive fitness program led by United States Marine Corps veteran Kenny Keith, who is paralyzed from the chest down, who leads that program, works out like a beast. We just helped a gentleman, a Marine Corps veteran, Tyler Vargas Andrews, get his personal training certification. He's missing one arm and one leg, and there's nothing stopping him, which we're about to help him get his adaptive fitness certification as well to help continue his journey in health and wellness. He's a young Marine. He's 25, I think, and he's continuing to pursue things that he wants in life. And that's the greatest thing about our organization is we're not, I don't think we're inspiring anybody. I think we're empowering them to do and go after those lifelong dreams that they set out well before their injuries. And we're going back to that root and saying, hey, we don't see you as someone who's missing an arm or a leg. We see you as an individual that has a bunch of goals and dreams that you want to get done. And we're going to be there and support you no matter what it's going to be. And I think that's what our organization does so well. And, just off of those couple stories and journeys, we've seen a lot of success because, those individuals, when you're a part of a community, when you're part of something bigger than yourself, those individuals inspire those people in our community.
It's wildfire, definitely. And I love where, you can tell you're having success is when you're getting individuals that pay it forward. And you can tell that your programs aren't, hey, we show up and then we leave. It's excessive. So you come, you can do multiple things. You talked, and we'll get into this a little bit. You talked about your fitness certification. Obviously, that opens up doors in other avenues and brings people back to then increase. And then they probably have friends that they invite. And so I think the platform and the programs you've created, as well as the model you've created, certainly lends to a successive increase in the people that are being helped in a very grassroots, like natural way, which is exactly probably what everybody wants. It's not in your face. It's not pushing anything, but it's people say, I gravitate towards this and I want to keep expanding upon it. And you're giving them that opportunity too. And you're creating opportunity for people to expand upon that, which I love to hear. And, even some of those individuals, I've heard them on some other podcasts that I will say are bigger than mine, but and their stories are incredible. And I love hearing it. And I love hearing, you helping them further. And, these are definitely some incredible individuals, and it's awesome to hear what you're doing. And I love hearing how they're receiving the benefit from it. That's the meat and potatoes of it.
We go after the veteran community. We don't sit back and wait for someone to walk through our doors. We approach them and make sure that, hey, just so you know, because a lot of veterans don't know what their benefits or resources are out there for them. We try to do as best as we can to go to the community and say, hey, this is what we offer. This is what we do. Please check us out. Please take us up on some of these things. And, we're willing to get involved. We're willing to have you be part of our organization, and we're willing to just see you grow as an individual.
And maybe you could share, I know you mentioned it a couple times already, and I think it's it's a very important program, it sounds, or a very important aspect of what you do is you've created a fitness certification. Can you just elaborate on what that means, fitness certification? What does that entail, I guess, in the bigger picture? And you've shared a few stories about how it's helped people, but I guess provide a little more information about that, about the certification itself, I think would be helpful.
Definitely, yeah. So over the years since we've been doing this, we realized veterans want to get more involved. The community wants to get more involved. And how can we get our members more involved than just attending classes or being part of it? And, we had this mindset of getting our members certified from the very beginning. We just didn't know how we were going to do it and how we were going to go about, getting this done. And to be honest, our grant writer, Robert Yarnell, he's retired master gunner, started in the Marine Corps, helped this program get off its feet and won us a few grants to get this going and get this done. And, what we do is we empower. So you have a veteran who's a member of our organization for 2-3 months, and they say, hey man, I'm really excited. I love yoga. I have some time on my hands. I want to give back. I want to give back and teach yoga to the veterans. I want to give back and teach a local class in my community. I want to give back and I want to get involved with health and wellness. And we have an application process where they fill out the application. We sign them up for an online certification program that best suits their needs. So they'll have the option to go through NASM, International Sports Science Association, whatever kind of credible certification programs out there. We'll enroll them and we'll sponsor them to go through. We'll pay for them. Once they finish their certification, they'll have the option to come back with Warrior Strong and help make impact within our community. Or they'll say, hey, listen, I need help getting a job. Sometimes we have veterans who are part of our organization who have jobs lined up. They just need the certification. So we empower them. All right, cool. You got a job lined up? No problem. We'll get you certified. We'll help you make supplemental income and get your feet going and start teaching and leading classes outside of our organization and give them more of that leadership role that they're looking for. So it is cool because I didn't know exactly how we were going to go about doing this. And the guidance from our grant writer, Robert Yarnell, Master Gunnery Sergeant in the Marine Corps, he really led the way, paved the way. And we're getting these members certified and getting them back into either our community or their communities that they're invested in already, at their local gyms or YMCA, stuff like that, and seeing them create more of an impact inside their own community, which is good. We just signed up one of our longest members. She's been with the organization for probably close to 5 years. She's an Air Force veteran, but she's also a nurse, and they want her. All the nurses there, they want to do yoga, but they don't. They're like skeptical. They don't know this, that, and the other thing. Typical people they get worried about yoga, and it's a tough practice. And if you've never done it before, it's scary. But they said, if you get your certification, we'll be able to, we'll take you up on doing yoga, right? So she applied. She's working on her certification right now. And not only are we empowering her to teach other people in healthcare and to give back and to just show them the light of doing yoga and all that good stuff, but now she's making impact and she's leading a group of people that respects her. And she feels good about herself. And now she's got that sense of purpose, even though she might already have it inside her own community already, especially with us and being a nurse. I know she does. But now that those fellow nurses, she knows that this is going to make them feel better and the benefits are going to be endless. That's impact. Creating a member, having them become a leader, and then drive more impact in their community.
Yeah, and that's why it's such an effective model that you've created. I think it is that pay it forward concept, and it is the increasing the breadth, and people appreciate it and then share it. And I think that's how someone who otherwise would not have got involved, and it as we said in the beginning, it definitely is helping people in various ways. Yeah, I love hearing that, and I love hearing how people are taking it and then doing something with it, and then expanding upon it, and then you're learning from it, from how they're expanding upon it, and it continues to increase the impact that Warrior Strong itself is having and continues to have.
It's contagious. It really is. It's contagious, and you can see people are enjoying themselves and they're really having a fun time just being part of it.
Yeah. No, I know we about in my firehouse, about a year and a half ago, I introduced the Murph Challenge, which is in honor of Lieutenant Michael Murphy. If you read the book Lone Survivor or see the movie, you'll hear more about it. But incredible story. But we took that challenge and I brought it back, and a lot of us at the firehouse, fitness is variable among the crew. And we got a good crew of people now where there's about 5 or 6 of us that now are on a regular regimen of, meeting at the gym, doing pull-ups with a weight vest on, getting more involved in it. And just that sense, now more people hear about it, like, I want to be a part of that. Like, I want to join that. And yeah, sure, join small. It doesn't matter if you can do a pull-up or not. I mean, eventually you need to be able to, but you got to start somewhere. And it's that putting one foot in front of the other. And it's having the platform, in my opinion, or having a place that people can go to do that. Then they see others doing it. Then they want to do it. And it's had a significant impact. And we got fortunate in our firehouse. We had a fitness instructor who's an associate member, fitness instructor outside of the fire, and she's like, oh, I'll run classes twice a week for you guys. I'll make you workout programs. And not everyone has access to that, but your programs are the access to that. Your programs are what are putting people on that path. So just sharing that, I know how powerful it is even in that way. So
yeah, I mean, and there's science behind it. The power of moving your body, exercising your body, what it does. Not only for your physical health, but your mental health, your mental clarity. I mean, it's unbelievable. You can, when you exercise, you really access a different part of the brain that's going to help you be a better version of you. And, we work with veterans that come from and first responders, all walks of life. But at the end of the day, they're a Warrior Strong member, and they're either a veteran or first responder or family member. And it doesn't matter what they're going through, what they went through, or what challenges are in front of them. We're all here and we're all getting better together.
You talked about this a little bit, but when you look at unique things that you do and how you make them happen, how do you continue? We talk a lot about mental health, like a lot of fitness does counteract that effect of mental health, and part of that is creating a sense of community and camaraderie. What do you feel that you do that you'd say would be unique to kind of create that sense of community and camaraderie and really kind of help people feel that stickiness that you're talking about?
First, I would say it's definitely natural. There's a natural positivity community around us that took some time to build. And then once we built that solid foundation of that natural, sticky, feel good kind of feeling, and people, it's contagious. People, you're around a great group of people who are fun, who are positive, who are all there for the same reasons, trying to just physically and mentally feel better and enjoy doing these exercises as a community. People latch onto that, and people start to see that. And then what sets us apart maybe is we're very community based. So a lot of veterans join because their veteran buddy or girl or guy is part of the organization already. So it's members are referring members. It's not like we're out there trying to pull teeth and get members and veterans and first responders to come. It's very natural. It's very organic. I think when they come and experience one of our classes, they see like, wow, this was a lot of fun. Like, meditation was fun. These guys and girls are funny. There's a different touch to it. You have a group of men and women that did hard things in life, and they know that not everything has to be taken so seriously. And that's important to have in your community. It's like you can joke around and it's going to be okay, and you're gonna get the positive things out of it, and it's going to be fun. It doesn't have to be so serious all the time. And, I think that's what the community is looking for, is that sense of positivity, but, seeing those familiar faces and saying like, wow, I really want to be around these people because they're going to bring out the best in me. And I think that's what makes us a little bit different than other organizations is veterans, the veteran said it to me the other day. He's like, I enjoy coming to these classes and programs, one, obviously for the exercise, but the positivity. And just the people busting on each other, but it's always positive and it's always fun. And it's good and healthy for the individuals. And you never feel like you're alone when you're in the Warrior Strong studio or online programs. You know that you have a team behind you that's supporting you, that will help you no matter what.
Yeah, love it. And I think that's what a lot of us yearn for, is that we're around like-minded or people that have like experiences to us, that we, our jokes do resonate with each other. Because, if you're not in with the right crew, sometimes, your jokes may not resonate with everybody, and you have to be careful. You're walking on eggshells, and no one wants to live their life that way. I think people appreciate, hey, I went through the same things that these folks went through. I bet the things that I say are going to be the same level of funniness. I'm going to make an inside joke that everybody's going to get. And we're all in it together. We are in that same place. We are in that same mindset. We are working towards the same goal. All of those things is what, everything that you just said there, I think is awesome. And if you build it, they will come. And it's definitely true in your case.
It's so true. And I think a lot of these people who are part of our organization actually love to say that they're part of Warrior Strong. And it's not something that they did for a month or a week or a year. It's something they'll always be a part of. And, that's what I love the most about what we're doing.
Love it. So how do if someone wanted to get involved, how do they do that? What's the mechanism for that initial contact or that initial point?
Yeah, well, you can go on our website, warriorstronginc.org. You'll see an email address. You can write us an email. You'll see a chat box on the website. You can chat us. You can call or text the phone number on the website. That's my personal phone number. So just hit me up. I mean, that's easy enough. Last week or 2 weeks ago, we had a veteran write in the chat box, "Hey, I'm interested. I'm learning about this, that, and the other thing. How can I get more information?" And I said, "Hey, nice to meet you. Here's my phone number. Call or text me anytime, and we'll make it happen." Texted me within the hour. Got him enrolled. He's been part of our organization for 2 weeks now. He's coming in person, virtual. So you can access our programs. We're in the Google Apple Store. We have our own app, mobile app. You can download us in those stores and check out our class schedule. You can go on our website, like I said, social media, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Warrior Strong Inc. Yeah, that's the best way to access us. And if you're really looking to get involved, just send us a chat message over our website or send that phone number a text. Like I said, that's my phone number. So you're gonna be sending me a text or calling me, and I'll have as many answers as possible for you if you have any questions.
Yeah, love it. And I know just even in our encounters, you're super responsive. It was, like immediate, like, yep, right away respond. And I think that's what people love that. And I know in my profession, people, yearn for that. And I'm sure, in this way, it's, everyone can know that, you care. You responding right away is that, hey, yeah, sure. Love to help you. How can I help you? Let's talk. And it's more than just an email. I mean, it's a conversation. And I think that's also a great way that you approach that. I love that.
Yeah, and time is so important. We all, I was thinking about this the other day on my drive home. We all just have a certain amount of time in this world, in our life, and take advantage of it. It's free. It costs absolutely nothing. Take advantage of the time we have. Put in the work. Have those conversations. Send those messages. Every time I get a new email, I swear to you, I have a smile on my face, because that means someone's looking to have a conversation. Someone's investing their time into me. And I want to invest my time back into them and return the favor.
Love it. Yeah, and obviously your organization, Warrior Strong, is a 501c3 not for profit. You're funded by contributions to fund the programs and to help there. And just in what I hear and see, it sounds like all the majority, if not all those dollars, are going right back into the programs to help everybody. From that perspective, what kind of support or what kind of help are you seeing, in need from the public? Because that, I know that always comes at organizations that are, startup or the first couple of years. There's a variety of avenues. Where if there's any listeners out there that want to get involved with the organization or help the organization, what would that help look like, or what kind of help would do you look for these days?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, we have a volunteer committee. If you want to get more hands-on and volunteer. We have a committee. You can sign up on our website. That's important. If you are looking to make a financial contribution, our biggest thing right now is looking for monthly donors, so we can build up our monthly donor base. If it's $5, $10, $15, $20 a month, whatever it may be, that's important to us because it helps us bring a little bit more stability to our organization to help continue a lot of these projects and programs that we're doing for the community. We're small. This is going to be our 7th year as an organization. And I started this at 23 years old. I had no business background. I actually dropped out of college and went back to school, finished my education in public health. So the journey of just learning, we're learning as we go, and we're getting things done as we go. As I tell people, we are learning and, we're taking our time. But if you see the progress and impact over the years, we've continued to grow and help many more people. So if you're wanting to get involved, volunteer committee, becoming a monthly donor is huge. This is going to be our biggest year yet on impact, and also bringing our organization to life and sharing our mission with more men and women across this country. It was never supposed to be this, I guess, national organization, but the calling was there. COVID happened. We made the pivot to go virtual. And then the phone started ringing, emails started to come in that veterans all across the country and the world want our services and need our services. And it is remarkable. And I'm very proud to say that we've been able to do that and answer that call and provide those services to those men and women who absolutely deserve it. And, all of our instructors, they deserve all the credit. I'm just someone who attends and participates in all these classes with these veterans and first responders and their family members. We have the best, in my opinion, humble opinion, the best instructors in the world, great people, they're my friends, but they're the reason why we've been able to actually help as many people as we have.
Yeah. Love hearing that. And I think you mentioned it, but if you want to make a donation, just go to the website.
Go to the website, warriorstronginc.org, click on donate. You'll have the option to make a one-time donation or a monthly donation. If you have any questions, on donations, or want to make a larger donation and pay for a certain program, a wellness retreat or a fitness certification, contact us. We can make something happen. Pretty much any way you want to give back, financially, time, skill, resources, we're here for it, because we can't do this alone, and we need everybody's help to get this done.
Yeah, no doubt. So yeah, if you want to make a donation out there, check out their website, warriorstronginc.org. Check them out, reach out as Tom mentioned. And yeah, just, if you're in the area or you have a, connection, resonate with this, get involved. It's, certainly a, organization that's helping a lot of people, has helped. And sounds like you're on the growth trend too, where it is catching on, it is building. You are experiencing a pattern of positive success, and based on how you set it up, it's going to continue to grow like that. So, if you want to get involved with that, it sounds like a great place to get involved with, I'll tell you.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm the only employee that we have. So anything that we do, we have one full-time staff member. That's me. And I started doing this 2 years ago full-time. And your dollars matters, your skill matters, your resources matter, especially to our organization, because that does go a long way, and it helps us make more impact, and the community needs it.
Love it. Well, appreciate you sharing everything, Tom, and, certainly happy to have you on the show and happy to have you share more about the organization, and a lot of good information, but obviously with all, things you hear out there, go check out more. There's a lot of information publicly and on their website, but we really appreciate you having you on the show today and sharing more about, your mission, your organization, and programs you have and how you help.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Witham. I appreciate it. And it was fun. Thank you, guys.
And Warriors out there, thank you for listening. As you heard from, today's episode on, hear more about how fitness helps our veterans and first responders, how, camaraderie, building a community helps. And, certainly Warrior Strong has been doing that, continues to do that. And from what I've heard and seen and got a sense that they're going to continue to do that for a long time in the future and really build this out. So appreciate you listening, subscribe, and meet us back here for another episode of Witham Civic Warriors, and hope everyone has a great day. Thanks, everybody.